Well, I guess that's one way officials can ruin a game of football. Hello everybody and welcome back to another one on my matchday vlog / reviews for the Preston game today. So at the end of this, guys, Preston have walked away with a 1-1 draw against QPR in the end, guys. So I'll discuss what I thought of the match and everything like that, and at the end of this video I'm going to be discussing what I think the team should be going into the Blackburn game after the international break. So stick around to the end, guys, for that. So I think what I have to do, I'd like to start with the positives that I saw from the game today, and I'd say the positives today that I saw from the game, I'm really happy for Owen Doyle. He's managed to get 2 goals in 2 games, which I'm very happy for indeed. And when I come to the end of the video of talking about the Blackburn thing, I'm thinking that Owen Doyle's justified a start maybe. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of that. But obviously he did come on off the bench as an impact sub today, and he had just that impact. In the 92nd minute, he managed to bag it into the back of the net, and I'm very grateful for that indeed. Another player who I thought had a good game today was actually the man of the match, Andres Lindegaard. I thought he was very influential for us today. He made an absolutely massive save, very good save. I'm not sure who it was. It was a QPR player who went through a goal, and Lindegaard got down to it very well. Very fortunate indeed. And another thing I wanted to ask you guys is, at the end of the season, as we're approaching the end of the season pretty soon, would Lindegaard now be your first choice for who you think we should get in as a goalkeeper? Would he now be your first choice over Sam Johnson if we could get one another two? Because I would probably prefer us to go and pursue a deal for Lindegaard than Sam Johnson. That's just what I think, but let me know in the comments down below. I'd say the only bad thing about Lindegaard, and I'm probably comparing him to Pickford at this point, is his distribution is a little bit slow at times. I'm thinking quite a few times when he came up with a catch or something, or we had a chance of a counter-attack on the wings with Reach or Robinson, he would slow the game down a little bit. That's just a little thing that I think he could improve on, but apart from that, he was very good today and deservedly got man of the match. I also think that some honourable shouts go out to Bailey Wright. I thought he had a decent game at the back today, and I also thought Hugill, he worked very hard. I still don't think he's like a championship worthy striker, but to be fair to him, he did work very hard. And the big news of today was, of course, that Jermaine Beckford was back on the bench. When I saw that, I was absolutely buzzing, and I really couldn't believe it, if I was honest. And so I'm really buzzing for that. And so for the Blackburn match, he probably won't start against Blackburn, but he'll definitely be an option now for the rest of the season. And so I think everyone was just buzzing when they saw Beckford was back today. So really, that's all the good things got out of the way. Now I've got quite a few things I want to talk about for the bad. So of course, the first thing that I have to bring up is, of course, the officials in today's game. And literally, I don't even know what I can say about this. It's getting to a point where it's just ridiculous now, you know. I thought that when we were promoted from League One, I thought the quality of officials will have improved, but that's just not the case. I mean, the referee today was absolutely... It was just absurd, some of the decisions he was making, and it wasn't just from, I'm not being biased, just from a Preston point of view. You know, the QPR fans and the QPR manager as well, he came out after the match and said that it was one of the worst refereeing displays he's seen in a long time, I think. So it wasn't just the Preston fans that were on there getting on the referee's back, it was the QPR's fans as well, and all the players, all the management staff and everything. It was all kicking off, and the referee just had no control over this match, and some of the decisions that he was making, I just don't know how they can be justified. So I really think the FA do need to start looking into some of these referees who are put in charge of championship matches. But in terms of Preston, for the bad things today, I thought that we seriously lacked any final product in the final third today, guys. I mean, at the end of the day, you can blame the referees as much as you want, but the referee can't be blamed for us having 10 corners and us converting none of them. I really did think that it was a very poor performance. It was one of our worst of the season, in my opinion. Feel free to disagree with me in the comments down below, but I did not think we were on it today at all, and I was quite disappointed with it, really. I mean, I know we got a lack of striking options at the moment, but going forward, we just weren't at it at all today. We weren't showing any threat towards QPR, I didn't feel like, and you know, like I said before, 10 corners. I don't know how that's, you know, acceptable. You know, Gallagher's deliveries today, they really weren't great. They really weren't at their, what you'd expect them to be, really. And also, another player, DJ, what on earth has happened to Daniel Johnson? The decline of Daniel Johnson this season is just, I don't even know what to say about it anymore, because at the start of the season, I'd probably say up until about December, maybe going into January, DJ was absolutely on fire. He managed to get 8 goals or something like that, absolutely lighting the championship on fire. And ever since then, he's just dropped off massively, and I don't know why. What do you think this reason is down to? You know, his decline in form, because I thought that it would just be a temporarily thing, but this now, it's lasted for months, and honestly, I think that DJ, I think he should be dropped for the Blackburn match. That's just what I'm saying, but you know, his performances haven't warranted a start at this point in time. One thing that I maybe, you know, a conspiracy maybe about why DJ's had a bad spell recently, maybe because his head may have been turned in January. I did hear about quite a few Championship clubs who were actually chasing the signature of Daniel Johnson in January. Obviously, he didn't go in the end. I think there was quite a few interested clubs. I know Brighton and Burnley were definitely interested, so possibly that could be a reason. I hope it's not, because I'd like to see Daniel Johnson stay at Preston, but you know, his attitude at the moment and his overall game just doesn't seem to be right. I also think that Pearson didn't really have much of an impact on the game at all. I'm still not decided on Pearson. Let me know in the comments down below as well what you guys think of Pearson, because I don't really know what to think of him, to be honest, because we've seen him for a month or two now, and you know, I've still not made the decision on what I actually think of him, because the Barnsley fans seem to rate Josh Brownhill a lot more than they rate Ben Pearson. Obviously, Barnsley have seen both of them this season, as have we, and all the Barnsley fans seem to massively rate Josh Brownhill above Pearson. So I'm really not so sure what I think of Pearson, really, because in the game today he didn't really have much of an impact, and the things he did do, you know, some little passes here and there, he went largely unnoticed for most of the match today, as he has done for most of our games, you know, so far I've seen him in. And I think that a massive downfall for us today was, of course, that we didn't have Alan Brown in the team. If you've not noticed already, I'm an absolutely massive fan of Alan Brown. If I was to pick 3 of our players of the season so far, Alan Brown will be in my top 3 all day. I think he's been absolutely outstanding for us, and I really hope he's back soon, because I really do think he's a crucial part of our midfield. I also thought it was a disappointment today that Callum Robinson wasn't really in the game at all today, and I like Callum Robinson as a player. Normally I like to see him getting on the ball, him taking on players, but it just wasn't working out for him today. And but I'd probably say after today's performance, and I've seen him start a couple of matches, he always seems to be better as an impact player and not a player who starts the game. Maybe that's just what I think, but I always see him when he comes off the bench, he always has a decent impact on the game, but when he starts, he really doesn't offer much for me. I also thought it was a shame for the actual goal that we conceded. I thought it was a very poor goal to concede. Obviously, it was QPR's big German up front, their number 33, Poulter, I think it is, who stuck it into the back of the net. Poor marking from us, and honestly, I think Lindegaard could have done a little bit better. Maybe he should have been coming out into that area, so I'm a bit disappointed with the goal we actually conceded. And QPR as well, you know, if any QPR fans are watching this match, you know, I don't think that they can be disappointed with getting a draw, if I'm honest, because the amount of time they wasted in this match was absolutely obscene. You know, I don't know what that was about, really. And some of the attitudes, you know, there was a couple of bites going in here and there from QPR players, a couple of tackles flying in here and there, and you know, some of the attitudes of their players just didn't seem right to me, and especially with all their time wasting that they did in the match. So if you did go on to the match, guys, if you are a QPR fan or a Preston fan, let me know in the comments down below what you did think of the match. I'd be very interested to know. So guys, onto the team that I think we should start with against Blackburn Rovers. So obviously, I've been saying for a long time that I think we should play a 4-3-3 formation. We played it today against QPR. It didn't really work, and the reason I think it didn't work was because we weren't really playing with pace or tempo. We lacked urgency in today's game, and the ball, I think the game really was lost for us, especially in the first half in our midfield. We were very slow, so I'd switch it up for the Blackburn match. Obviously, in the way, we do have a week off now for the international break, so the players have got quite a bit of time to revitalise, and hopefully in that time we'll see Alan Brown come back to the starting 11. So the team I'm going with, guys, as you can see to the side of me, I would put Lindegaard in there. I'd stick to the same back four of Woods, Clark, Wright, and Cunningham. I thought they worked well together, and then into the midfield too, I'll probably play like a sort of a 4-4-2 formation, but that could we could alternate that within the match where Gallagher drops into the midfield and then Reach plays as a shadow striker at certain times if we needed it to. So I think this team could be quite diverse in that aspect. So the midfield four I'd go for 2 holding midfielders of not Daniel Johnson, sorry. I'd go for Ben Pearson, and I'd also go for Alan Brown. The reason I go for these two is because I honestly think that it would do DJ best for now if we dropped him. So let me know in the comments down below what you think. Do you think that's a bit harsh? I personally don't. I'd go for them two in the midfield. Then on the left, I played Gallagher. I thought he played very well today. When he did go onto the left, he has obviously a great delivery. So I put Gallagher on the left, Adam Reach on the right, and then a forward two, I put Garner. Obviously, he'll be back in the squad now. He'll be back from his suspension. I'll put him right back into the team. And I put him up front with Owen Doyle. I think he's warranted a start since he's got 2 goals in his last 2 matches. I definitely think he's deserved a start. So then on the bench, obviously, we'll have impact players. You know, DJ could possibly come on as an impact player. I don't think Beckford will be ready for a start yet. If he was, I probably would start him, but I don't think he will be yet, so I'd have him on the bench as well, maybe to come on for the last 10 minutes or something. So I'm really buzzing for the Blackburn match, guys. I will be doing the matchday vlog on that game as well, but that will wrap it up for this QPR matchday vlog / review. So if you do agree with my team that I've just shown you guys for what I think the Blackburn game should be, let me know in the comments down below. I'd be interested to know. So at the end of this, guys, if you are a QPR fan or a Preston fan and you went to the game today, let me know what you thought thought of the game in the comments down below. I would be very interested to know. So other than that, guys, make sure you leave a like. It really does help me out. Make sure you check out all the links in the description down below, and I'll see you all in the next one.
We'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to